Hi, I am making this video because the live feed for some reason wasn't working tonight. I'm not sure why, but it seems to be an issue with Facebook. So what I'm going to do is go through some of the new pieces with you. I would have really loved to have had a chat with you, and I'll see if I can get that going again in the next few days. Maybe I can just do a live chat about the new pieces later anyway. But yeah, what I've got for you is some really special pieces. So I've got to remind myself what I called them all. But yeah, this one's the one that I've had in the in the feature photos for the sale and everything, and it's called Wild Spirit, and it's got green garnet and amethyst in it, as well as a triple spiral and a triquetra, and the horns or antlers, I suppose. But I've done them in a way that they look kind of like wood. They've got a woody grain to them, which to me is really nice because it sort of speaks of that way that the earth is wild, whether it's in the animal form or the plant form. So that looks sort of like that when it's worn. Yeah, and I've done quite a few with that horned feature to them. I want to begin, before I go any further though, I want to acknowledge country. I'm in Darug and Gundungurra country here in Australia, and I pay my respects to the elders past and present, and to any Indigenous people who are listening in today. I feel really grateful to be able to make my art here, and I hope that I always do it with respect. So yeah, making pieces that have antlers on them sort of makes me think about, like, you know, we have invasive species here, so in some ways I wanted to acknowledge that beautiful story of deities that have the horns or the antlers or represent the wild, but also consider it in a way that's sensitive to the Australian landscape. So thinking about it in terms of trees having that kind of a shape to them, I think is a little bit more in tune with nature here. And I hope you like that feeling too. So then the next one I did, I'd done a series of bardic and ovate pieces in the last few months, and I thought, you know, there's not that as many people that are in the druid grade or maybe are attracted to the role of the druid as opposed to the bard or the ovate. But I thought I would make some druid themed pieces. So this one, if you're doing your druid grade or you feel attracted to the role of the druid, I always have personally, then this one is made for that. So it's got smoky quartz and Dalmatian jasper, malachite and citrine points, as well as little green aventurine stones. And it's for sort of community building and all of the roles that the druid has in our community as a teacher and a leader and a guide. I think there's a lot of necessity to find humility and compassion and kindness when we take on that role, and I think it brings a lot of that good energy into doing that. I've got one called, this one's so cool, it's like a crystal bed there, so it's got like lots of different crystal bits that come together. I have actually backed that one with a bit of leather so that it's not really rough on the back. The stone here is azurite malachite, so it's a combination stone with that deep blue and that deep green. It's actually really hard to see the colour of it as much. It's always better in person. And that's got like an old wise woman in there. I named that one the Wild Woman for the feminine energy of the wild. I really love the goddess figure, the Ellen of the Ways, who's related to Saint Helen and is considered a way maker, a road builder. I think pathways through the forest and the wildness of our spirits is a lovely theme. This one's pretty epic. I got these awesome, you can see the shine on that, it's so cool. They're arrowheads made out of obsidian. I had one silver, one gold sheen, one just black obsidian, and it's the gold sheen, so it's so nice. It's got a really pretty labradorite in there as well, and I've used the labyrinth symbol and triple spirals, and there's a triquetra at the top. This is like raw fluorite, and this is tree agate, and there's and these are like horns that I've made to look like wood as well. So yeah, people sometimes say, oh, is it too big, is it too heavy? But I think this isn't too heavy. As long as you wear it sort of high, it won't swing around everywhere, and it looks pretty epic. I think it's really fun. The meaning of it, what did I name it in the end? I was thinking of calling it Pan's Labyrinth, but then I looked up that film and it seemed a little bit like it wasn't quite what I wanted to say. So I ended up calling it Labyrinth of the Wilds. And yeah, so that idea of getting lost in a beautiful way. I wouldn't, don't go out and get lost in the forest, but getting lost in the wilderness, in that sense of becoming part of the wilderness and finding ourselves through, losing that necessity to be disconnected from the earth that we might feel when we're in an urban environment. When we go into the wilds or beautiful natural places, and we feel really connected with those places, that can help us to really find our true selves. So yeah, the Labyrinth of the Wilds is what that one's called. So and this one I called Ellen of the Ways. It's actually got 5 different amethyst points made into it. And it's got the elderly woman face, which I just love, because her face looks like she's made out of the tree, with the antlers growing. And it's got this Celtic knot sort of design here. Yeah, I think that one's special. And yeah, so Ellen of the Ways I talked about before is like the Waymaker. She's also got a tiny little Arwen on her forehead for the Druids. I love making the bardic pieces, so I've made at least one more. I think I released some others in between, just recently. This one has an Arwen symbol. It has a lovely labradorite. It's really shiny, and a nice piece of lapis lazuli at the bottom. It's actually got one of those little thumb dents in the back, which I find really like comforting. And it's not too heavy because of that. You can hold it and sort of rub your thumb on it. It feels nice. But the meaning of that one's all about inspiration and wisdom, and the bardic skills of eloquence, storytelling, poetry, things like that. And the last of the horned ones is this one, which I called Wild Wisdom. These are both Australian stones. Varisite and red jasper, and I just thought it spoke of like the red earth and the blue sky, or the ocean, and just those colours of Australia, and those really like quiet, wide open spaces that we get in the desert, and that feeling of being in a place that's really far from anything is I don't think I've experienced that in any other country other than in Australia, in the same way, that just vastness and that peace that there is in those places, and I think it had that kind of an energy to it, so yeah, I named it after that. It's also got a triquetra and some little bits of green aventurine in it. And then I've made a few smaller pieces. There's a couple that are collections, or I've made 3 of each. So there's these ones that have the blue ones are always sort of throat and Arwen and inspiration related. So that's what they are. What was that? What did I name them? Let me just check. I call them expressive voice. So yeah, they've got lapis lazuli, which is for like wisdom and insight. It's my Arwen stone often, and this is a amazonite, and there's a little aquamarine in there as well. So yeah, they're really nice for all of that expressive voice related energy, and like clearing blockages that we might have with the voice and with speaking our truth, and expressing ourselves creatively. So yeah, I've also got 3 that are sort of more, I call them nature soul, and these are just little ones. I suppose these are pretty good for the ovates, whereas those last ones were good for the bards. They're made with rhyolite or rainforest jasper, and I chose darker colours of green aventurine for those. They've got a really beautiful energy of connecting with nature and learning about plants and tree lore and natural cycles and things like that. So if you're really into the ovate skills, then they're a lovely piece for you. And what else do I have? I've got, so I released those ancient ancestor pieces recently that people have quite enjoyed, and I thought I would make some smaller pieces. So there's this one, which was made with the what was it called, calligraphy stone or calligraphy jasper, which is a kind of fossil, and a yellow jasper as well. And I did it more like a cup and ring design instead of the labyrinth on this one, to try something new. I love the cup and ring designs because they're found all over Yorkshire, which is where my family is from. Tell me what you think. Do you prefer the cup and ring designs? Maybe I could do more elaborate ones, or do you like the labyrinths more? And why? I've got a few that are sort of more naturey. This one is called Earthwise, and it's got green aventurine and emerald. I've actually got another one that has emerald in it too, but they're really different qualities of emerald. It's when it's not just a clear gem, it actually has lots of different varieties to it. It's quite interesting. But this one's kind of a khaki crystalline sort of a look to it. It's really lovely. So yeah, good for meditation, nature connection, yeah, working with your nature spirituality practices. Yeah. This one has got tiger's eye in it. It's almost hawk's eye, which is the blue kind. I think it's just on the side of tiger's eye, which is the yellow. And also green leopard skin jasper, which is really lovely. And this has got a beautiful like green stripe through it, which I think is really pretty. So that one is called Focus Discipline, because tiger's eye is for focus and instinct and clearing your mind and being like a tiger has focus and good attention in the moment, in the hunt, that kind of an eye for focus. And the leopard skin jasper, it's about like discipline and finding routines and habits and finding joy in those and being disciplined and deciding that you're going to do something every day. So yeah, if that's a challenge for you, this could be a good piece to wear. I feel like I need that one. But you can have it, it's fine if you want it. This one is Sacred Serpent. I love putting purple stones with this atlantisite because it has tiny little pieces of stitchite in it, which are purple. It's hard to tell in this light, but they're quite a bright purple colour with the green. So it's a combination of serpentine and stitchite. And it's really often related to awakening your energy body, or working with the chakras and working with the serpentine energy within your body. which, yeah, is a fascinating thing to study if you're looking into that, the Kundalini and the way that that whole system of the energy body. There's so much to learn about that. It's really interesting. And the stone at the top is lepidolite, which is for like self-care and like having healthy boundaries, looking after your energy. So yeah, so it's a really good one for all round caring for your energy and awakening it and making it stronger. And my cat is scratching at the door. I don't know if you can hear that. Sorry about that if you can. I think you'll be okay. This one is with ocean jasper and aquamarine, and it has a triple spiral there. I really love how the shore of the ocean is the meeting place of land, sea and sky, which is really magical in places in Druidry. So I find that triple spiral represents that. So ocean lovers, it's a nice one. I've got 3 left. So this one is called, I think, Energy Body. So it's got amethyst, rainbow. Can you see how lovely that rainbow is in there? Rainbow fluorite, and rainbow hematite, and a green aventurine. So they're all about the subtle energy in your body and balancing your chakras and working with shifting energies within your body and meditation and how you can work with your energy body for astral projection type experiences or lucid dreams where you it feels like you leave your body to have an experience in other realms. It's a hard one to explain. I need to find some eloquence on that one. But yeah, it's a lovely experience to explore. Really, if you get into it, it can just be amazing. So that's a great piece if you're interested in it. This one, I tried some new combinations of stones that I hadn't tried before, and I really like how it came out. So it's got blue coloured howlite at the bottom, picture jasper, and an amethyst at the top. And I've combined it with the Awen symbol because I thought that the feeling of it was really about spirituality and the stories in the land and peace. And I thought, well, that's so much like what we look at in Druidry. So that is really suited to having an Awen symbol on it for the bards. So yeah, if you like something a little bit unusual and different to what I usually make, that's a nice one. And finally, this is the other emerald. You can see how different that stone is. And it's placed with a moonstone, which has got a bit of a nice shine to it. Yeah, so that one's about, what did I name it? I named it, where did it go? There it is. Intuitive connection. Yeah, so emerald is all about heart connection and heart healing and emotional intelligence. And moonstone is all about intuition and the divine feminine and working with the moon cycles. So together it's a really lovely way of like feeling into your intuition and living through that. So yeah, they're the new pieces. I hope you enjoyed having a listen, and would love to hear your responses to me having a chat on video with you like this. It was really interesting to do. I hope the cat hasn't annoyed you too much. He's annoying me a little bit, but I think he might need some dinner, so I better go and get that sorted. Thanks for coming and having a listen. I'll see you next time.